Kiddo's out here doing her chores in the rain.
I'm not happy.
They're not happy?
No.
Yep. Hey, Spirit. Welcome, little one. Look, you got Max out here. He likes the rain. All the other chicks are underneath. He's too big to go underneath. It's raining. Are you guys wet? Nope, looks nice and dry over here. Oh, I know. Say Spirit, Whiskey, Lilu. She didn't even lock your guys' gate back. Get down. Get down. And that right there is how dogs get out when the chickens are out. Because the kid doesn't lock the gate back. None of the gates are locked back. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Scuttlebutt channel. Just doing a little bit of walking around. This is day 2 of rain, so yeah, not really doing a whole lot on that. Obviously, if you head on over to the main channel, you'll be able to see that video actually posted this morning. If you remember, you had the opportunity to watch it early this morning, and then so you had a few hours before it actually came out to the regular public. So we definitely thank you to all the members we have over there. Not quite there yet on this channel, right? We still got a little bit of growing to do, but we definitely thank all of our subscribers that are here. Look, the pond has been coming up. So I have stacked rocks down here that it normally shows my low, the lowest of the low of whatever I've ever seen the pond at. And it got there. It got below that level. So it got down pretty well, and looks like Dad still has a bobber out there. I mean, he just likes throwing stuff out there and leaving it. I don't know. I don't like leaving my gear out in the rain, even though it's happened and it got soaking wet. But I didn't do it on purpose. And I know that we're going to be coming back into the wet season, which, yeah, whenever it's in the wet season, it kind of puts a damper on some of the projects, because a lot of projects we have to do are still outside. We're still hopefully waiting. Well, we're waiting on the word for the financing for the home, and definitely thanks to everyone out there that saying prayers and wishes, and that they're thinking about us and such. The creek's not even flowing yet. Look, it still has ways to go before it starts flowing. All the rain yesterday, basically just soaked into the ground. So it didn't really do any type of flowing coming off the ridges or whatnot. But anyway, back to the house thing. I know sometimes I was like, woo, left field, right? Squirrel. But we're hopefully gonna hear something back today. Today obviously being Monday, so we should hear back something today to figure out, hey, what's gonna go forward, or are we able to go forward with the house that we want to get, right? Obviously there are cheaper models. If it comes down to it, we can always prep the grounds, prep the land and stuff ourselves. We don't have to add that into the financing. Obviously they have to deliver it and install it, but for any type of foundation type work, we've added that into the cost of the home. So that's stuff that we can do ourselves, right? They can give us the foundation plan, and we can do that ourselves. So there's other things that we can do to kind of minimize cost, but I'm pretty hopeful that we're gonna do just fine with my grandma co-signing. since she is going to be living in the building, it's perfectly okay for her to be able to co-sign. So coming up here to the front, I actually came up here yesterday when it rained. That was the culvert I installed up here on the main front area. So that's all easement, right? Power line basically comes through the front of the property and then hooks a 90 to go into the property. So yesterday's rain was kind of the first look at, you know, how well does this flow, how well does it transfer water, and it did pretty good. There is a little bit of water seepage going underneath right at the front, but we're going to put in, you know, a concrete barrier wall, and then obviously where it all comes down right here, I've still had to kind of clean this out. You can see I got a hose sitting right there. I've had to clean this out just to allow that water to go straight to the creek without, because it just wants to, you know, spread out right here and flood. So I think the more water that travels down that right there, it will eventually cut in like a little thing. Be doing good, because this is over here at mom and dad's cabin site, and we're going to be getting back onto this foundation. So we have about half a pallet worth of concrete that we need to go get to be able to finish this foundation. Get all the concrete piers put in, because once all the concrete piers are put in and then all that stuff is cured, we'll go ahead and start, you know, with because we already have the 6x6 beams of what we need to bring everything up to level of where all the joists and stuff are going to be. So once all the concrete gets cured, then we'll move forward with doing the 6x6 posts. Like I said, we already have that, right? That stuff we've already gotten from a buddy of mine, and we'll be able to move forward with that. We just need to go get another pallet of concrete. So yeah, looking at the creek, I think after today, because if you see back over where the culverts are, that's almost getting full enough to where it's gonna go over the little rock thing. About another 4 inches probably worth of rain, or another 4 inches of rise over there. We don't need 4 inches of rain, but yeah, it will probably start flowing today, because we're supposed to have rain up until this afternoon, and then we're supposed to have more rain again tomorrow. So, and tomorrow's the first day of school. Kiddo goes back to school, so she gets to stand out. Hopefully it's not raining in the morning, otherwise she's gonna have to be standing out here in the rain waiting for the bus. Yep. So, and right now we're you know, also thankful that obviously this time of year it's nice and light out whenever she's coming and waiting for the bus. But eventually, because we still have a power pole up here in the front, I'm gonna be putting a light up here, you know, a dusk to dawn light. That way it will light up this area, because right now we don't have any lights up here in the front. She just uses a flashlight. But there's enough varmints that come out that we don't want her to have to deal with that. So we'll put a light out, and normally that keeps most of the stuff away, right? Any bright lights. But a lot of times we're awake whenever she's up for the bus. Sometimes we walk out here with her, sometimes we don't. So it's one thing whenever, you know, they're in like elementary or middle school or whatnot, but she's a high schooler, right? Like, hey, you're almost an adult. Go do it. But all right, well, I'm tired of getting wet. I'm gonna go back. I'm still on my second cup of coffee. Well, I don't know, might be third by now, but anyway, this is what we're dealing with. We got rain. Hopefully it's not gonna be too bad whenever the house starts to come through and start coming into the property, because coming into rainy season, they can't deliver a house when it's rainy because the ground's just too wet and it's soak in. So, but who knows, by the time they're ready to deliver, because obviously the house has to be made and all these things, by the time that the house would be delivered, maybe we can get a freeze in, and then they can deliver it because the ground will be frozen. So we'll see what happens. So keep us in your thoughts, and stay dry out there, I guess. All right, well, y'all have a good one. Remember to always think of veteran every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day, and we'll see you on the next one. Later, y'all.